Welcome to this episode of Locked In. If you're looking for a maximum security U-lock that is easy to install and remove on your person or on your bike with a nifty U-lock bracket, please stay tuned. So in this video, I'm going to be doing my quick review of the HipLock DXF. This is a sold security gold rated maximum security lock from HipLock, and they did kind of innovate an easy way to attach it onto yourself and onto the bike. I'm going to be going over the specs and features of this installation, price, and my final thoughts. Obviously, being a lock, I've had this lock prior to it being launched yesterday, so I have been able to use it, and it's still here, and my bike hasn't been stolen, so it's worked for me so far. But let's get into the specs and features of this U-lock. The lock itself is, again, rated as their maximum security. Now, every different company has a different rating system for security levels of their lock, but again, this is their maximum or highest rated. Now, this is a hardened steel 14mm U-lock with a double deadlock keyed lock at the top. Now, the lock does come provided with 3 keys, and they are obviously uniquely coded to this lock. They give you an individual code with every lock sold, so if you do happen to lose all of them, you can simply request other additional keys if needed. And you can get this lock with or without this bracket. This is kind of their nifty feature to make it easy to add on and off of the bike. There are a ton of U-locks that have mounts, but most of them are kind of cumbersome, and this one is definitely unique looking, but it honestly is super lightweight and really easy to install. But this is going to make it really easy to just honestly slide the U-lock in and out of the bike when locking it up. So if you are frequently doing that, I think this is a nice added bonus for how easy it is. Now, secondly, the other unique design for the back of the lock is this little almost clip section here that basically allows you to slide it into the mount itself or onto the back of your belt if you are riding this U-lock just on your person. Now, I've done this with U-locks without this kind of system in the back. I've never had anything slip through on me when riding it, again, without this kind of extra security system, but it is kind of a peace of mind thing. If your belt wasn't cinched super tight, you know, there's a possibility your U-lock could slide through, and I think this is gonna solve that potential issue, obviously. And it is, again, slightly unique to this lock itself. And lastly, as far as weight goes, this thing is rated at 1,160 grams. So that is going to be on the heavier side for U-locks. But again, like anything else coming to locks, usually the heavier weight it is, the stronger it is, and less likely it's going to be messed with. And this thing just kind of looks intimidating and pretty beefy. So hopefully bike thieves wouldn't want to try to mess with it because of how strong it does kind of just visually look. Now let's get into installation. Installing this is as simple as installing a bottle cage onto your bike. You can either, again, mount it here or slide this onto the back of your pants and carry it with you. Now let's get into price. This is going to be $99.99 currently on their website, and that is including the bracket. They are going to be selling this without the bracket, and I believe that's about $69.99. Now let's get into my final thoughts. Who do I think this lock is for? Would I recommend it, and why? So I really think this is going to be for someone who is going to school currently and wants something that just looks heavy duty and is rated at a very high security rating for HipLock. So this is going to be someone who is really concerned with bike theft and is going to have their bike unattended, completely out of sight for a long period of time. So this is where that peace of mind really is where you want to spend the money. So I think the $100 price point for this lock, based on what I've seen so far, is about right, I think, for the price and again, the security rating. Now, would I recommend this lock to someone? As of right now, yes. I have left my bike unattended fully for about an hour or two in a very busy area that has been known for bike theft. Orange County in general is kind of known for it. It's not as bad as certain cities, but it is something that I haven't had any issues with it, and I haven't had any marks on the unit to show that someone's tried to mess with it. So I don't know if it's just pure luck, but obviously locks are never the 100% solution to keeping your bike safe, but it is going to be something that is going to help the likelihood of it being stolen quite a bit. Lastly, I think that if you are looking for something heavy duty and wanted something that is easy to carry, again, on yourself or on your bike, and you are using the lock a lot, I do like this quick loading system when doing errands because it's super simple to just pull that thing out. It doesn't rattle, it is very quiet, and it's just easier to use. And again, on a bike that you're constantly locking up, I think that's an added benefit to this lock specifically. So I hope you like this video. Please make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and you can support this channel via my Spreadshirt and Pateron links in the links below. I have some cool Slow But Look Pro merch on there and different variety of items, as well as I do offer bike consultations and other perks at my top 2 Patreon levels. And lastly, thanks for watching another episode of Locked In.
Let's get locked in.